Hey, hello everybody. I am so excited for this podcast. So excited. Because it's like this. I am Christmas and Christmas is me. And if you guys listening, you guys and girls feel the same way, then this is the podcast for you. This is so amazing that I'm even able to do this just because Christmas to me is such a special time of the year. And to be able to express that, to be able to bring together a community that feels the same way, and to be able to share something that I love and that so many other people love and bring us all together to talk about this special holiday, special time of the year is just amazing to me. It's amazing. So for this podcast, which is called Everyday's Christmas, I'm going to be giving you guys interviews. I'm going to interview people, different people, let them tell me their memories and just talk about so much different things that has to do with the holidays, has to do with Christmas. I'm going to do giveaways. I'm going to make this very special and I cannot wait till you guys see what I have planned. I'm so excited for this. So, what I want to talk about now for this episode is how much Christmas has changed from past to present time. And let me just start off by saying, I feel like how I genuinely feel is I feel like people nowadays do not appreciate Christmas enough.
Oh no.
Like, I'm 26 years old, so I remember what it was like in the late 90s. I remember still that old school vibe, and then I see what it's become, and I see what it is now, just in my short time on this earth. And it just seems so, it's like the more that technology developed, people kind of strayed away from just a certain feeling. You know what I mean? Like a certain feeling that I feel like was present when you look at the early to mid, late 90s, even early 2000s, 80s, 70s, 60s. I just feel like it was so genuine, so genuine. Like when I look back at those times, for example, when I look at a film, a classic film, probably my favorite Christmas movie called The Christmas Story. And it's based in, I think somewhere from like the 40s to the 60s or something. Definitely not the 60s, like 50s, 40s. And when you look at that time period and how much they truly appreciated this time, like how much the kids were just, everything was just like, we're going to look at the presents through a window. Like, we're going to look at the presents and we're going to just point at what we want. Like, those times seem so special to me. Or even when you look at movies like Home Alone, Lost in New York, and you just see how he's just intrigued by this holiday. Like how special it was. The whole family inside this big house and it's all wild when everyone's getting ready and, just to celebrate, just to go somewhere and do something for this holiday. Whereas today, I genuinely feel like it's all about technology so much that people just want to snap a picture and just kind of, well, look how much I spent this year. Then it's on to the next thing. It's like, let's get back to what it really meant, right? And when I really did my research and I've studied, there's so much different confusion about how Christmas was started. And, I understand that there's so much different theories out there. And for example, there was a festival celebrated every 25th by the pagans of Rome in honor of god Saturn. And in 350 AD, Pope Julius decided the 25th of September was going to be Christmas. And this is what I've heard, right? So my take on that, and then I hear all these other different things, and my take on it is like this. As humans, we're already powerful. Our minds are already powerful, right? And this goes into people who, kids, for example, you know how they get to that age where they're like, Santa's not real, Santa's not real, Santa's not real. You know, I found out Santa's not real. How I truly, genuinely feel is whatever we believe in automatically is real. That's just how I feel. So, however Christmas was started, whatever people want to say, whatever people want to put behind it, conspiracies, whatever, it's what you make it. It's what you make it. And for me, it's something special. And I'm good with that. I'm good with making it a happy thing. I'm good with keeping it special. I'm good with keeping it at tradition. One thing about Christmas is the reason I love it is because it doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what race, what gender. When people get in that spirit of Christmas, it's all about that heart. And it's all about giving. And I love to give. Like, I genuinely love to give. I love to see people I love smile, even strangers that I don't know. I love to see them smile. I love to spread that good energy. You got to think about it. All year round, it's like drama, you know, whether it's drama at the job, drama with your kids, drama with the bills, you know, it's just headache, stress. And then that special time comes around. Now, my thing is, right, this is what I mean by, I feel like now, this is what I mean by the change for the worse. I feel like now things are so expensive in 2019, and that it's, for the last 10, 15 years, it's just been about buying the most expensive things, and it does become a headache, and people forget that this holiday is about giving. It's about spending time with your family. It's about making it magical, decorating the Christmas tree, decorating the front yard, the porch, putting Christmas lights up. Like, what happened to that? 25 days of Christmas. I mean, for my listeners now, right? For my listeners, this Christmas, let's get back to giving. Let's get back to love, right? Like, sure, the presents are great. Everybody loves presents. But let's make sure we're doing everything for the right reasons and set examples. For this podcast, we're gonna crawl till we walk. I'm gonna start off with audio. Before you know it, I'll be doing videos. We're gonna crawl till we walk, and I'm gonna really, my goal is to bring the original special feeling back that people got as kids. Whether you're an adult, whether you're an elderly, I don't care what age you are. I want to bring that feeling back. I want to bring that presence back of Christmas. I want to bring it back. I want people to feel good again. I don't want people to feel like, oh, it's that time of the year where, oh, I gotta get the best present. I gotta get the best present. I gotta compete. I gotta do this. I gotta get the most presents. No. Let's get back to, like, do you guys remember in the 90s, right? And I even watched commercials from the 70s, from the 80s. Do you guys remember how special those commercials look? Have you guys looked at that in a while? Like, go back to YouTube and type in old Christmas commercials. I mean, the Charlie Brown ones. I mean, it was incredible. Like, when you really look back, it's like you could tell it meant so much more then. It meant so much more. You know, and yeah, I love technology, but I do have to put a lot of blame on us just with these cell phones. I feel like our attention gets so caught in the cell phone era that we lose that communication we're naturally supposed to have as humans. And that's another reason why we've strayed away from that aspect of Christmas I'm talking about, that special feeling, because we get so busy focused on what's going on in the phone that we forget to actually enjoy each other's time on Christmas. And obviously this isn't this is, excuse me. Obviously this isn't all of us, right? Obviously, I'm sure my listeners right now who are taking the time to listen to this podcast, they are the ones who still feel it. You guys are the ones. If you're listening to this podcast right now, you are the one who still gets it. You get it. You get that this. You get what this is about. We live in a world where we're constantly distracted. And you get that one time of the year, how important that is. Because in our reality, imagine if we could feel like Christmas all around. That's why I say every day's Christmas. That's why I call this podcast Every Day's Christmas. Because the goal is for us to feel like this every day. Right? For us to feel this magical feeling every day. But in order to do that, we got to get back to that feeling, to that originality, right? Which my listeners, I know you guys understand this right now. I know you do. Who remembers that one movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, where he had a son and he was going crazy, running around. I think it was like in Pittsburgh or Cali or something, and he was running around trying to get the perfect toy for his kid. Who remembers those that when Santa Claus first came out? Who remembers that? I think I was just born, but still, who remembers that when Santa Claus just had came out? Like, I feel like at that time everybody was like, yes, Christmas, Christmas. And I feel like now it's just like what, like the feeling is like, for me the feeling's still there, but I'm talking about just in mass, like the feeling is just, and I think it has a lot to do with the fact that in today's society, people don't stay home. Like, right? 'Cause people go to school, they graduate, and they want to leave their town. They leave their town, they go, they move on. Whereas back in the day, in that milkman era, people stuck around. People got jobs in their town. People stayed in their town and built a life in their town. It was very family oriented. Where I feel like now that's not the case at all. And people are way more miserable because they don't have that connection that they should have at home anymore. And I feel like when it was family oriented back then, it was that's why it felt so much more special. And now it's like everyone's kind of just over here, over there, over here, over here, over there. So now it's just like, okay, Christmas comes around. Let me just get the most expensive gift, or like who can get the most gifts, and da 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 da. Because I hardly see my family, and we get together that one. No. The meaning is giving and appreciating and spreading that joy and holding on to that joy all year round. I mean, look at it. Santa Claus only gives toys to the good kids that are good all year round, right? So let's keep that energy all year round. Christmas has changed so much. And I need this channel to build, and I'm going to make sure it builds, because I am going to bring that feeling back. I am going to, this Christmas, I am going to an orphanage, and I am going to, and that's going to be one of my videos on my podcast. I am going to go to an orphanage, and I'm going to give these kids toys. And if you guys want to donate, and you like that idea and you want to donate, hit my email. Shoot me an email. I'm gonna go to an orphanage, and I'm gonna bring that feeling back, and I'm gonna build this channel, and we're gonna bring Christmas back. And like I said, we're gonna make every day Christmas. Every day, we're gonna make it feel like it's a Christmas Story, Home Alone, and all these beautiful classics that we love. We're gonna make it feel like that again. You know how you go to your parents' house, or You go to your friend's parents' house or your grandparents' house, and then you see those first lights just come up. Or you see that, or Thanksgiving ends and you see that first Christmas tree go up. And you're like, wow, this is beautiful. It's creative. People are feeling it. Let's keep that energy, man. Our elders, it's sad to say, but a lot of our grandparents, me being 26, like my grandparents aren't around anymore, right? And I know the older generations, their parents are starting to, be deceased. Let's bring back that energy that they had. That the elders had, that the ancestors had, that creativity, that magic. No matter what color you are, no matter what gender you are, let's bring it together. And I cannot wait, like I said, I cannot wait till you guys see what I have in store for you. You will be addicted to this channel if you love Christmas. And honestly, it's going to be like meditation. Like, just put your headphones on, listen in your car, whatever, and just relax. Relax when you want to get out, when you want to get away from the hard, stressful day you had, and you want to get away from just any thoughts of what's going on in the real, quote unquote, real world, the society that's stressing you. Just listen to this podcast and get that good feeling back. Think of when you were a child again and your best memories on Christmas, and listen to this podcast and enjoy it. And I promise you will feel a lot better. Every Thursday, put me on your wish list. It's Everyday's Christmas, and I'm signing out. See you guys next week.